Hi, I'm AC Strange, and this is the Bad Movie Show, episode 24, The Ghost Show. A few episodes back, I said I was going to do a doll show just in time for Christmas. Yeah, that's not going to happen. But instead, I'm giving you The Ghost Show, which is cool, because I'm reviewing 3 ghost movies that the ghosts are malevolent, angry spirits that hurt people. Okay, so that's cool. Also, another thing is, I admire these filmmakers, so I'm giving you some cool stuff tonight. And I also have a personal connection to each one. So that's cool. Let's get started, shall we? First up, Death is No Escape. Written and directed by Franklin from Cypher Productions. 2012, not rated. In this, in the basement of an apartment building in Brooklyn, Glenn and his girlfriend are making out, and they see a sexy, spooky, sad ghost floating in the air. And they get it on video, and they send that into a TV show, Urban Ghost Hunters. And they win $25,000. And when the producer of the show, Stacy, shows up, they tell her that there's lots of ghosts in the building. Everybody has a story. So she gets excited and decides to revolve a show around the building. And she locks her Urban Ghost Hunters in the basement overnight. So the ghost hunters there, Lisa, Cooper, Ray, Wendy, Bill, and Vanessa, right? They find out right away that they are way in over their heads when they find their own personal demons in the basement, locked up with them, with the dozens of ghosts already in there. Alright? This is spooky, creepy, cool. And you know, I gotta tell you, for a no-budget ghost movie, this is right on. You know? There's good use of the space and some cool, you know, special effects. I dug this movie, okay? I'm going to be fair and give it a 3.5 and a buy it. Now, I have 3 reasons. 3 reasons for you to buy this movie. First is Franklin, the director, writer, producer. He did the makeup, he got together the wardrobe, and he wrangled the kids. There's mad kids in this. And if he gave you a cracker, he was craft services, hon. He fucking ran his shit with this movie, okay? He also happens to be a very good friend of mine and directed the 13th episode, the Lucky 13 show. And he happens to be an inspiration to me and the person that I go to when I have problems with the show. You know, for themes and when I'm doing the editing and stuff. So he's important to me, and I dig his movie, and I dig him, and I can't wait to see what he has in store for us in the future. So I'm digging it. A second reason is, you know, I think that if you know, dig local guerrilla filmmakers, you should really buy the film because it helps them make the next movie. And Franklin's worth investing in, so get your copy, okay? You can't get this in stores, okay? You can only get it on Amazon.com. And did you know that you can rent movies from Amazon? You can have them streamed right to your device, to your computer or your phone or whatever. So that's cool. But I say buy it. You could also get this on deathisnoescape.com. My last reason for buying it, I don't know if you noticed, if you see, but the sexy, sad ghost floating in the movie is me. It's me. I'm in the movie. I play the suicide ghost. I'm in the beginning, and I come in flashes. And I have to say that making this movie reignited my passion for film. It also led me here, in front of you, reviewing movies. So, yeah, buy this movie, okay? Even if it's just for me. Buy it! This is worth it. And it's a cool film, okay? Like I said, I had to be fair. 3.5, but it's worth putting in your collection. even if it's just for me in my underwear floating around. I had so much fun making it, and I can't wait to make another film, so I just thought that was great. It was a good experience for me, and I loved it, so it was just as much fun to watch as it was to make. So, rock on, Franklin. Good for you. Next up I have GRAVEDANCERS. Lionsgate film, 2006, unrated, written by Brad Keane and Chris Skinner, directed by Mike Mendez. I like Mike Mendez. We'll talk about him another time. Starring Dominic Purcell, Josie Moran, Claire Kramer, and Teki Cario. Woo! I know I got that wrong, but he's a really great actor, and I had to say his name. And before I get started, my connection to this is I have a good friend, Samantha MacGyver, who is a stunt person in this movie. She plays a stunt for the first girl that gets killed in the movie, and then she plays a nurse somewhere in the middle in the big hospital scene. And I'm very proud of her, and I think that she rocks hard. So, you know, check the credits for stunts with Sam MacGyver, because she's doing her thing, girl. So rock on! Let's get back to the movie, shall we? Okay. So we have 3 college friends, Harrison, Sid, and Kira. They get together for a 4th friend, Devin's, funeral. And they decide to go to the cemetery at night and do their own little ceremony. They talk, they drink, and they decide to chant a poem and dance on graves after they find a card on Devin's grave. And they get carried away and they start dancing on graves. 2 weeks later, the 3 of them find that they're all haunted by ghosts, by 3 completely different ghosts. You have Harrison and his wife. They're being haunted by this creepy, kind of sexy female that's, you know, ends up playing piano and ends up in their bed, and they think it's Kira, so they go to Kira, and she's being haunted by this terrible ghost that's beating her and fighting her and just keeping her prisoner. And then they call Sid, and Sid's being haunted by a ghost that's setting fires in his house. They meet up with paranormal investigators that, after they tell them that they were dancing on graves, tell them that they pretty much, it's grave desecration, and they made the spirits very angry. But what the 3 friends don't realize is that the graves that they danced on were from when they were, those people when they were alive were undesirable, and they were kept off in a part of the graveyard that they keep the people that they don't want mixed with everyone else. Some nasty stuff. They have to basically do whatever they can so the spirits don't lay them to unrest. Alright? This is creepy, cool, and the special effects are alright. I like the effects with the ghosts. They have these long, exaggerated faces with big eyes, and I think that's cool. I also think that the ghosts are really nasty. You know, Kira's ghost is just a madman, and it's rough. There's this really cool fight scene with Kira and the ghost in the hospital with my friend Sam playing the nurse. It's pretty kick-ass. I'm going to give this a 3.5 and a C. This was creepy and cool. I dug it. I'm surprised that this movie's not talked about more. You know, the ghosts are interesting and mean. They get more and more powerful as the movie goes, and they get rough. So I dig that. Last but not least, The Frighteners. Universal Studios, rated R, 1996. Written by Fran Walsh and Peter Jackson, directed by Peter Jackson, starring Michael J. Fox, one of my most favorite actors ever, Jeffrey Combs, another one of my most favorite actors, Jake Busey, and D. Wallace Stone, who is a genuine horror icon and one of my favorites. And my personal connection to this is, well, 3 of my favorite actors and one of my favorite directors, all in one movie, so that kicks butt. And also, this inspires me to write. Usually when I see this, I end up writing something. So there's my personal connection to this. So we're in the town of Fairwater, and it's a pretty unlucky town. it's plagued by death, especially after the Bradley Bartlett murders, where 12 people were killed by shotgun. And then there's a bizarre, mysterious deaths of the nice people of Fairwater who are having these, you know, mysterious heart attacks. Their hearts are being like squeezed, where their life is being squeezed out of them, and they're, you know, dying. We meet a con man, Frank Bannister, that was sad of me, who is pretending, well, poses as a paranormal investigator, but he can really see ghosts and speak to them, and, you know, he actually has ghosts of his own. He's cool. Anyway, he's the only one that sees this dark, cloaked figure squeezing the life out of the people in the town. But he's suspected of murder by a crazy special agent, Milton Dammers, who's insane. Frank Bannister is the only one who can stop the death toll from rising and fight death. So this really is fantastic. The special effects are amazing. And then you just have so many great performances. I mean, it's one of the best performances of Michael J. Fox ever. You should really take a close look at his performance in this movie. It's fantastic. And then you have Jeffrey Combs, who's just amazing and reacts to him just perfectly. He's just phenomenal. This movie is great. I'm giving this a 4.5, and put this into your collection. I love this movie. I've seen it like, I can't even tell you, over 50 times. I saw it last night. It just kicks butt. So I love that movie. 4.5. Buy it. You know. So that's it for me tonight. What do you think about me reviewing the movie that I was in? I think of life as a series of opportunities. And the opportunities are no good if you don't take them. So I had to take mine. And if you are in a movie or have done a movie that you need some publicity for, and you wouldn't mind me reviewing it, get in touch with me. Comment me or give me a private message. And we'll talk about it. Maybe I could review your movie. I wouldn't mind it. Anyway, until then, watch more movies. I'm AC Strange, and it's a Bad Movie Show. Thank you. Good night.